Welcome to Living Verses podcast. Today we explore the timeless wisdom found in the book of Psalms. In this episode, we will delve into Psalms 121 verses 1 and 2, a song of ascents that has inspired countless believers on their spiritual journeys. Psalms 121 verses 1 and 2 begins with the psalmist lifting their eyes to the hills, seeking help and reassurance. These verses remind us that our true help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth. In today's fast-paced and often overwhelming world, this message remains profoundly relevant. By turning to a God, we can find guidance, strength, and mental resilience to face life's challenges. Join us as we explore how Psalms 121 verse 1 and 2 can provide comfort, inspiration, and a renewed sense of faith in our daily lives. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. This passage, part of the biblical Psalms, is rich with meaning, offering profound insights into faith, trust, and God's providence. In Psalms 121 belongs to a collection known as the Song of Ascents, traditionally sung by pilgrims journeying to Jerusalem for religious festivals. These psalms often reflect themes of trust, protection, and reliance on God amidst the challenges of travel or life. Imagine a weary traveler climbing rugged paths towards the holy city, surrounded by towering mountains, both awe-inspiring and potentially perilous. This backdrop sets the stage for the psalmist's words, making them a heartfelt cry for divine assurance. Mountain can symbolize strength and preeminence. Example, Mount Zion, God's dwelling place. Mount Zion, where Moses received the law. The act of lifting up my eyes suggests intentionality, a deliberate shift in focus, perhaps from despair or uncertainty to hope and expectation. This is a rhetorical question, not a statement of doubt, but a reflective pause. It mirrors a universal human experience. In times of need, where do we turn? The mountains, while majestic, are not source of aid. Their grandeur might inspire awe, but the psalmist is redirecting attention beyond the created world to its creator. The verse captures a moment of vulnerability and seeking. The mountain could symbolize both the beauty of God's creation and the trials of life. By looking to them, the psalmist acknowledges the world's vastness, yet the question reveals an awareness that true help transcends the physical realm. It's an invitation to shift perspective from the immediate to the eternal. Verse 2 says, "My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." The answer arrives with the clarity and confidence, resolving the tension of verse 1. My help comes from the Lord. The psalmist declares that God, not human effort, not idols, is the source of help. In Hebrew, Lord here is Yahweh, the personal covenant name of God, emphasizing his relational nearness. This is a bold affirmation. No matter the size of the problem, God is greater and capable of providing aid. The maker of heaven and earth says, this title amplifies God's authority. Heaven and earth is a figure of speech encompassing all creation, from the highest skies to the deepest valleys. By identifying God as the creator, the psalmist underscores his limitless power. The same God who formed the mountains can move them. This phrase also subtly critiques pagan beliefs in localized deities, affirming that Israel's God reigns universally, unbound by geography. This verse is a theological anchor. It ties God's ability to help to his identity as a creator, suggesting that no challenges is beyond his scope. It's both a comfort and a call to trust. If God made everything, he can sustain and protect his people through anything. The personal my help and intimacy, God's cosmic power, is directed towards the individual. Psalms 121 verse 1 and 2 weaves together key biblical themes, that is, God as protector. Unlike the other gods tied to specific places, the God of Israel is sovereign over all creation. Pilgrims on dangerous road or individuals facing personal struggle can rely on his omnipresent care. Faith over circumstances. The shift from looking at mountains or problems to trusting in God's model as spiritual principle. True security lies not in what we see, but in who we trust. It's a rejection of self reliance or idolatry in favor of divine dependence. The Creator and Sustainer, by linking God's help to His creative power, the Psalms bridges the cosmic and the personal. The Maker of universe is not distant but actively involved in human lives. Are you dealing with a tough situation, like a health scare or a financial trouble that feels overwhelming, like a giant mountain in your path? Or you're unsure of making a tough decision, like switching job or moving somewhere new, and the uncertainty feels daunting? Or are you going through emotional struggle? You're feeling lonely, sad, or anxious, and the weight of those emotions seems too heavy to bear. In times of overwhelming challenges, such as health care, financial trouble, or emotional struggle, it's crucial to look beyond the immediate obstacle and seek guidance. Psalms 121 reminds us that our help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, offering comfort and strength. By placing our trust in his higher power, we can find the resilience and support needed to navigate life's difficulties. Let me share a story with you. During World War II, the Dunkirk evacuation, also known as the Miracle of Dunkirk, was a significant event where thousands of Allied soldiers were rescued from the beaches of Dunkirk, France. One of the most remarkable aspects of this event was the power of prayer and the sense of divine intervention. In May 1940, as the German forces advanced rapidly through France, the British and the French troops found themselves surrounded and trapped at Dunkirk. The situation seemed dire, and the prospects of a successful evacuation appeared slim. In response to this crisis, King George VI called for a national day of prayer on May 26, 1940. Churches across Great Britain were filled with people praying for the safety and deliverance of the trapped soldiers. Miraculously, several events occurred that contributed to the successful evacuation of over 330,000 soldiers. Firstly, a violent storm arose over the Dunkirk region, crowding the Luftwaffe and preventing them from attacking the soldiers on the beach. Secondly, an unusual calm settled over English Channel, allowing hundreds of small boats to cross and rescue the stranded troops. These events were seen by many as answer to the prayers of a nation. The story of Dunkirk served as a powerful reminder of the impact of prayer and faith during times of crisis. It highlights the importance of unity, prayer, hope, and belief in a God to guide and protect us in our darker times. When worry hits, pause and picture that mountain of a problem. Ask yourself, where does my help come from? Then affirm, my help comes from the Lord. This shifts your focus from the issue to God's ability to support you, bringing comfort and courage. God bless you all. Dear friends, thank you for joining us on this journey of faith and reflection. As we wrap up today's episode, let's carry the light of Christ with us in our hearts, sharing His love and grace with everyone we encounter. Remember, His presence is always with us, guiding and strengthening us through every challenge. May you find peace and joy in His promises, and may your life be a testament to His boundless love. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. Your support helps us to reach more people with a message of hope and love. Until next time, stay blessed and keep shining His light.